Are waiting for Fernando Torres, getting ready to check in, having just played his 404th official match for Atletico and his final official match for Atleti. He'll be one of the substitutions for Diego Simeone. There's another. It's the backup goalkeeper, product of Atleti's youth system, Axel Werner. Well, semi-product of Atleti's youth system. He joined from Argentine club Rafaela in 2016. Spent last season on loan with Boca and was the backup to Jan Oblak, one of the backups this past season. Meanwhile, the number 27, Jota, ready to check in. Another player from the Atleti youth setup.
Substitution for Atletico Madrid. Antonio Vega, number 33, goes out. And in comes Fernando Torres, number 9. Mikel Caro is out. Number 23,
with the number 31, the Colombian Andres Solano will check in, the 20-year-old right back. And so that should be the end of the day for Juanfran.
Juanfran that played a little bit further up on the pitch. Saw Vitolo as well, set to check in. Or that will want to get more time under his belt with his new club. Winner of this goalkeeper, Axel Werner, will continue the tradition of incredible Atleti goalkeepers, from De Gea to Courtois to Oblak, Moya. So many quality goalkeepers have come and gone.
So second half underway. Solano has replaced Juanfran at right back. Werner has replaced Jan Oblak in goal, and Fernando Torres has checked in to lead the attack alongside Kevin Gamero. There's Solano, first touches for this substitute. And there is the number 23, Vitolo. Did not make the Spain the national team for the 2018 Russia World Cup. He was on the cusp, and there was a suggestion that maybe he could, but will not take part. This ball's threaded forward, looking for the run of Solano.
He's a wide player that saw plenty of time with Sevilla and joined Atleti, but only joined them in January, and never really cemented his role in the starting 11. It's an incredibly difficult Spain team to get out of, and players like Alvaro Morata not making the cut.
Here's Tomas. Solano. Doesn't appear to be any new substitutions for Nigeria for the start of the second half. They did bring on Destiny Ashadi to replace Ibrahimers. Torres with a long-range effort, parried by Tomas. Gathered up by Mohamed. First shot of the match from El Niño.
What a hit this is.
Hit nearly found the bottom corner.
And also the way that it bounced right in front of the goalkeeper, Thomas. So difficult for a goalkeeper to judge the path of the ball, the pace, the bounce. That's why he couldn't hold on to it and just had to parry it wide. Good first involvement for El Niño.
Olabe sliding in, but not able to gather up. Here's Dayo Ojo. Sent to the near side for Ebube Dudu. A chance to cross. Good ball to the back post. And well dealt with in the end by Atleti. As Edgewoke may have just overrun the cross. There's Andres Solano from the Atletico B team. Montero has stayed on for Atleti. He's the only player with a yellow card. Picked that up back in the 24th minute. Correa. Trying to find Kevin Gamero, well defended by the Super Eagles. There's Nwokali. He draws the foul, so Nigeria get a free kick from their own half.
Well, best players in that first half from Nigeria. You have to look at the Nwokali brothers. Ojo was good joining the attack as well. Kadiri with his setups. Samuel Edouard and his left foot seemed to be quite direct when he was in possession. They do have a lot of talent, keeping in mind that these are the players that are often an afterthought for the manager, Gernot Rohr. So much quality, especially in the Nigeria attack that is going to the World Cup, and a lot of young, talented players, like of Alex Iwobi of Arsenal, Iheanacho.
Duru gets it back wide. Another chance to cross for Duru. Low cross into the area. Intercepted by Atleti. Diabere. Ajana. There's the captain, Musa Mohammed. As Gamito looks to apply a bit of pressure. And pressure works. Correa has to adjust. Nigeria finally able to win it back. That ball had seemed to stay in. Referee's assistant on the near side pointing for a throw very quickly. The ball was still in when that flag signaled to throw in. That was Diego Simeone's complaint. Ojo. And through ball. Sent straight to the Atleti defenders. Tomas absorbs the contact challenged here by Samadi. Still Tomas. And it'll be Tomas who's whistled for the foul. Who's Tayo Ojo. He's bundled over, and things are getting away from the referee here.
It was completely needless from Thomas. Just kicked the ball into the players he was down. Not sure what the point of that was from Thomas Partey. Certainly a yellow card then.
So 5 minutes played in the second half. Same score. Nigeria 1, Atleti 1. And Tomas settled down. Here was the foul as he does lean into Dayo Ojo.
The kick right there.
Ball's still in play at that point, though. I don't think there's anything malicious about it. He's trying to avoid the ball going out of play, at least if we give him the benefit of the doubt.
I think maybe it's the force of the kick.
Chedubere and Wakali taking exception and standing up for his teammate. It's Tomas.
Oh, he is dominant.
He's on the receiving end as Kadiri Samadi commits the foul.
Thomas, he's so hard to dispossess. He's an absolute unit there in the center of the park and could do a bit of everything. It's that box-to-box presence that Simeone has craved. Provides a nice difference from the other midfielders like Gabi, who are a lot more stationary.
Here's Vitolo. And Sergi won't get there. A direct approach this time. Jota able to knock it down. Tomas gets it away quickly to Correa. And through ball for Fernando Torres, who wasn't quite ready to receive. Sliding in to deny him was Dudu. Tomas. Nino Torres. Vitolo has Kevin Gamero in the area, trying to slip it through for Fernando Torres and cleared away by Ajana for an Atleti throw. Gamero from the edge of the box. Tomas on his right. Tomas will have it go. And It's well over the bar.
Well, he's the one that set up the goal of Correa. Tomas with his great passing. He's also been hounding any Nigerian player that has possession in this area of the pitch.
Kadiri has the overlap from Duru. Ojo. Ball makes its way back to Duru on the near side, given all kinds of space to deliver across, and opted not to. Shadi. It's Gamedo trying to win it back. It's a good hold-up play from Nigeria. And Gamedo does get a fortunate bounce. That's a very hopeful effort that misses by some distance.
Especially in between two center backs. In the end, it was Eduok, man who scored 7 times in the Turkish Super League. Been impressed with Chidiebere and Wakali. Every time he's on the ball, his movement, he always seems to be open, and I can't remember a time that he actually gave away possession.
Jota. Montero catapulted forward. There's Torres in the area. Not able to bring it down. Marked closely by Ebube Duru. And it's Nigeria now trying the Route 1 approach. Jota for Francisco Montero. Here's Vitolo finding a pocket of space in the opposition's half. He has Gamedo to his right. Still Vitolo on his right. Correa into the area. It's Gamedo. Gamedo fires, denied by Femi Tomas. And Correa trying to follow up. Lovely work from Vitolo to create a chance for Atleti.
That's what Vitolo can bring. Very physical, very technical player. It was a good turn and shoot there from Gamedo. How about that little skip pass by Vitolo, though? He faked his shot. He got around 2 defenders in the end. From that position, Gamedo's just trying to go across goal. Doesn't get the placement fully right. Still gives something for the goalkeeper to munch on, though, as he leaves it on the doorstep.
Well, Nigeria will make a substitution. That will be the end of this match for Edwok. He's replaced by Tosin Omoyele. From Plateau United, the number 9 checks in. Also stepping in is the number 4, Usman Mohammed. Meanwhile, ball flighted in for Thomas. An awkward header. Thomas parrying it away, and it's Kadidi who clears the danger. Correa driven into the box. A dangerous cross.
Defending.
And Correa may get a second chance.
That's class defending from Ajana. Showing plenty of dexterity, going up and being able to take that ball away from the path of Correa.
Meanwhile, Usman Mohammed has checked in for Dayo Ojo. So a change in midfield and a change in attack. As Mohammed and Omoyele check in. Here's Vitolo. Correa. Vitolo. Still Vitolo as he dances his way into the area. Slips it through for Correa. Square ball in. Gamedo settles. Denied by Thomas. And Torres trickles it wide. And a slew of chances for Atleti to take the lead.
Well, it's all Vitolo yet again. He has been sensational since coming on. Showing an array of tricks and putting in such a dangerous ball. Look at this from Vitolo. Making it look far too easy, putting defenders on their backside. He waits for the run to materialize. It does from Correa, and 2 great chances. No excuse there for Gamedo or Torres, especially. What an entire goal to aim at. He doesn't catch it right.
Well, Gamero doesn't know that he has Fernando Torres behind him. The weight of that ball suggested that it was pulled back for Torres, and he would have had a more comfortable shot. Gamero can't know he's behind him. Took the chance away from Torres, but a fine save from Femi Tomas on the initial effort. And Torres just trying to redirect it, sent it wide. As we approach an hour played in Nigeria, still 1-1. And Femi Tomas getting some attention here after going to ground to make that save. Also down is Ebube Duru of Nigeria, who's slow to get up.
Well, Vitolo's trying to endear himself to Simeone. It surely is working. He's added a different spark since coming on. So skillful.
Doesn't quite get his technique right, Fernando Torres, when the ball does bounce back toward him.
Seemed like it almost got stuck under his feet and he wasn't able to really follow through on that effort.
Chidi Abede and Wakari. Mohamed. It's a good switch out wide for Musa Mohamed. Crossed into the near post. It's defended by Montero. Out for Nigeria corner. Gamero has had some chances to join Angel Correa on the scoreboard, but twice now denied by Femi Tomas. 30 minutes left of the 90. Outswinger. Cross driven to the back post, and plenty of Atleti players there to defend, including Sergi, who gets the touch. Another Nigeria corner. This time played back for Ashadi. Mohamed slips it into the area. And Atleti looking to break on the counter. It's Correa. Will it be a handball against Angel Correa? Well, he was clearly through, but he will pick up a yellow, presumably for handball.
And he knows it. Wry little sarcastic smile from the Argentine. So he just settled it in his path and used his arm to do so.
There's a second look
there, a little touch to get it by the defender's head.
Meanwhile, Kevin Gamero will make way. And Simeone goes to his bench again.
I was always trying to make that run in behind the defense. Gamero never really worked out. His finishing a bit lackluster in the end. 7-goal season for him, mostly as a sub, especially in the second half of the campaign.
Coming in to replace him is Borja Garces. 18-year-old center forward, not from the Atleti B team, but one level back, the Juvenil A side. So Borja, the latest to check in for Atletico Madrid. He joins Fernando Torres and Angel Correa as the attackers out on the pitch. As well to slip that through, a dangerous cross into the heart of the area, but 3 Atleti players back to defend, including Solano, who's picked out Tomas.
Well, he's done a bit of everything, and again, Tomas is looking for that long ball over the top. What a switch that is.
Consider a ball for Correa, tried to send it in early to the near post.
Now Gabby there in the midfield without the likes of Saul and Koke. Thomas has taken on the reins of being the primary creator, and he has done a good job setting up the goal. And there, a beautiful pinpoint switch out wide.
Correa outswinger near post. And this one does get past the hands of the goalkeeper, Tomas. Fernando Torres puts Atletico in front.
Oh, it's a good ball whipped in there with a lot of pace. No one around Torres. It's a free glancing header from him. Thought the goalkeeper could have gotten a touch onto it. It seemed to go right through his gloves. It's a no-nonsense header from Torres in his final days with Atletico Madrid, and it's completely unmarked. It seemed like there was two defenders right behind him, all marking the youngster Borja Garces, who had just come in the game, and they forgot to leave a striker with the quality of Fernando Torres wide open.
So from a goal down to 2-1 up after Nigeria took the lead via Kelechi Nwakali, Angel Correa and Fernando Torres with so far unanswered goals for Atleti. Mohamed was left there for Duru and rolled back for Adeleye. Now Musa Mohamed. Once again, Tomas is there. This time whistled for the foul against the Nigeria captain.
Really holding on to that right knee, though. It's already gone absolutely clocked.
Is there an equalizer in the cards for the Super Eagles? It's Duru. Okali. And that did take a deflection, so a fortunate bounce of the ball here for Nigeria. And they will get a corner kick out of it. Looking to level things against the Europa League winners. But contact in the area, so the referees gives a stop to the action. Roberto Olabe in the tussle with Chinedu Ajana. It's Ajana who's slow to get up. Francisco Montero has not looked entirely comfortable with those goggles on his head. Every chance he gets to take them off, he does so.
That's why you don't see too many players with ski goggles on.
And Davids comes to mind. Oh, whipped into the 6. Werner is a foul, but no call here. Nigeria is still looking for the equalizer. Shadi blasted into the box. There's Fernando Torres in defense. Still Torres. Werner went up for that ball. It seemed to collide in the air with the Nigerian player. There's the newcomer, Borja, and he draws the foul against Duru.
Good experience here for Borja, playing with the Atleti players that are 2 tiers above him.
Just over 20 minutes still to play in this one. Here's Ebube Duru, who did start the match, is struggling with either a cramp or trying to stretch out a leg muscle. And they should probably do that on the touchline and allow them to get back on with the game. There's a good look at the go-ahead goal from Fernando Torres, a powerful header at the near post.
One of the most beloved figures by Atleti fans. Joined them for a second stint with the club. left him to go to the Premier League, where he had his best seasons as a professional with Liverpool. He spent time with teams like Chelsea, AC Milan, and back to Atleti.
It's not a cramp, clearly. Duru seems to be in some discomfort. They're already icing that right knee. And Salisu Yusuf may be forced to make another sub here. Looks to be right above that right knee. And for the moment, Nigeria with 10 men. And so checking in to replace him is the Ikuem Utim. Checks in as the substitution for the injured Ebube Duru. Kadivi Samadi makes way. Here's Vitolo. Montero looking for options, none forward, so instead finds Roberto Olabe. Now Vitolo. Solano with a good ball forward. Correa allowed to turn in the area. Correa turns into traffic. Borja fires, appeals for a handball. Correa following up, chipped into the 6 and gathered up by Femi Thomas.
Well, since Vitolo has come on, the combinations between him and Correa, also get a chance to see the youngster Borja, who was involved in that build-up. Teenager.
Mohamed
Thomas.
Trying to turn into Thomas Partey, and the ball just seems to find the Atleti midfielder.
Almost like a magnet, isn't he? Those long limbs, always able to snuff out the passing lane and applying pressure. It's been a one-man midfield destroyer.
Here's Correa. Borja tried to skate down the touchline and had his progress impeded by Utim. Mohamed. Ashadi slaloming his way through. Musa Mohamed with a through ball forward for Omoyele. Hasn't yet made his impact in the game, Omoyele. It's it back here on his left. Omoyele is dispossessed by Montero. Sergi did well to deal with the initial challenge and is brought back on the follow-up, or brought down on the follow-up. Jota. A risky pass into the middle. Tomas trying to clean up, but Nigeria able to intercept. And it's Omoyele who is brought down. Mohamed.
Now you see Atleti in their more traditional defensive shape, that 4-4-2 that you'll see throughout most of the season. The most difficult team to break down.
Omoyele with the back heel. Wakali able to chase it down, and Wakali on his bike. Let's initially pass this man into the area, running out of space, and the ball just rolls out for a goal kick.
Well, he's been a bundle of talent all game long. By far the most skillful Nigerian player out there. He's so confident as well. He's always looking to get by the defender with tricks. It's his brother that scored the stunning goal. But Chidiebere Nkali has been doing most of the work in the midfield, and always so much confidence on the ball.
Oh, lovely work from Ashadi as he goes through the legs of Jota. Utin trying to get around Tomas, and it's Tomas Partey who plays it out.
Look how much deeper Atleti are now. Every single player in their own half, just inviting and daring Nigeria's B-side to break them down through possession. No longer will they have the space to get that ball over the top and try to beat the back line with raw speed. It's going to require quick touches now.
Jota just nearly giving the ball away inside of the area. He has given it back to Nigeria. Here's Utin with the cross near post. And again, it falls for Tomas. Fernando Torres starting deep in his own half, and good pressure from Nigeria, or maybe too much pressure. As a free kick given to Atleti. The number 8 is Ibrahim Al-Hassan Abdullahi, who has come on to play center forward alongside Toshino Moyele for Nigeria. Quarter of an hour left and a 1-goal lead for Atleti. Simeone will empty his bench. That's Gabi who will check in. He's on the left-hand side, and he won't be the only sub. So Gabi, the Atleti captain, comes into the midfield. And the other is the young Argentine playmaker, Juan Agüero, who's wearing the number 54. He replaces countryman Correa.
Oh, every time Correa is in, he'll always press. Always seems to be buzzing around. He provides that first line of defense, leading the line for Simeone's men. Good to see Gabi out there, one of the regulars and one of the real leaders of this Atleti side in the midfield. Their captain, their orchestrator, and really formed an exciting partnership with Thomas. They complement each other so well, the two.
And Wakali. Lovely stuff from Kelechi and Wakali to win it back. And he's picked out Mohamed. And Tomas intercepts. Torres trying to get it forward. Won't be able to lick up with Tomas Partey or Vitolo. Mohamed. Chidiebere and Wakali has the overlap from Udo. Atleti is so difficult to break down when they're in this defensive shape. Blasted in looking for Moyele.
And usually in that defensive shape, though, there's the likes of Savage and Godin and Jimenez. They're only using their B center backs. so far doing quite well, although we've seen Montero look a bit shaky at times with his man marking.
Here's Tomas. Dangerous ball. And even more danger on the way is Werner forced into action. He gets there ahead of Toshin Omuyele. And risky at the back from Atleti. Here they come again. Omuyele lays it off into the area. Chance for an equalizer as Nigeria, the Super Eagles, can they level it? Slot it through at the near post. It's 2-2. Just over 10 minutes left to play. And Usman Mohammed off the bench scores the equalizer for the Super Eagles.
Doesn't seem like this Nigeria side can score a simple goal. Everything has been spectacular when they make it into the final third. Doesn't get any better than this, does it? From Usman Mohammed. Dancing by defenders, and right when you think that he's going to pull the trigger and try to test the backup goalkeeper, Axel Werner, he takes an extra touch just to dance by that extra defender. There's Montero, who we told you has looked a bit shaky. He's gone to ground far too easy. And again, look at how Montero bites on the fake. Right there, he's gone to ground. Maybe those glasses fogged up a bit too much, but he's not even sure what that last bit was. He's just kicking out at... look at this one. Montero goes to the ground. Right there. He's going for a tackle on a ghost, perhaps. But it really is incredible work by Usman Mohammed.
Well, the
absolutely posterized Montero.
The 2 goals by Nigeria. Super stuff from the Super Eagles. Kelechi Nwokali blast from a distance, an absolute screamer to open the scoring, and Usman Mohammed dancing his way to an equalizer with 10 minutes left. Nigeria's B team giving a good account of themselves. Had been coming. Atleti was drawn into that defensive shape. You mentioned it's not Diego Godin and Stefan Savic back there at the moment. Meanwhile, here is Chidi Ebere and Nwokali. Nwokali into the area. It's Andres Solano who's last to touch it. Corner kick for Nigeria, now looking for a winner. Ashadi. It's a clever ball for Nwokali near post, and well defended by Atleti at the last. Omuyele was there to try and knot in the go-ahead goal. Sergi will play out through Tomas. Agüero into the middle. Dangerous ball, and Torres not able to control. Musa Mohammed. Nigeria certainly looking more comfortable and more likely to score if there is to be a winner.
Atleti seem happy with the current result, just sitting back, looking to spring out on the counter, but Nigeria brimming with confidence. 2 spectacular goals, the home crowd.
Here they come at 2-0 into the area, but offside.
That was absolutely not offside. It's being kept on by Jota.
Agüero gets stuck in the win it back for Atleti. Gabi sends it forward. Here's Juan Agüero. Binds with Borja to Fernando Torres with his back to goal. Vitolo may have just drifted offside, and the ball doesn't get there. There's Mohamed, the goal scorer of the 2-2. Ashadi.
Much more confident in possession now, the Super Eagles. Really taking control of the game the last 15 minutes or so.
It gets away from Gabi, but collected by Tomas. Slotted through, that's a nice ball into the area. Chance to take the lead, and they've done it. Borja Garces puts Atleti back in front with 5 minutes left to play. What a finish from the teenager.
And look at Simeone celebrating. The Juvenil A player stepping up with the big boys and delivering a missile into the top corner. It was on the goalkeeper's post. How about that from the youngster? And Simeone went into a frenzy. When you see one of the kids coming out and giving you a gem of a goal like that, it's Vitolo again to unlock this Nigerian defense, and that is a good finish. He couldn't go across goal. Had the defender Adeleye coming across to cut out that angle. So only chance for Borja Garces was to pick out that top corner at the far post, and he really needed to unleash a stinging missile of a hit. That's exactly what he does. He looks right away at Simeone, says, I got you.
And so the 18-year-old on the board, joining Angel Correa and Fernando Torres. It's Nigeria 2, Atleti 3. And who says Atleti are not international? Simeone's put this club back on the map, back on the global stage in which Atletico deserves to be and belongs. Of course, they did win a Europa League under Quique Sanchez Flores prior to Simeone's arrival. Foul's gone against Atleti here. 4 minutes left of the 90.
So impressed with Vitolo. Since coming on, he's been Atleti's best player once again. It's a goal opportunity set up by him.
So now Usman Mohamed calibrating as he delivers into the area. Werner out to meet it. It's flicked on by Torres. It's El Niño whistled for the foul.
Once again, there will be medal presentation at the end of the game. Please, everybody remain seated.
Ajana. To Mohamed, who's quickly closed down by Gabi. Musa Mohamed. And they find a Shadi in the pocket of space. It comes out the other side for Omoyele. Omoyele into the area. Flanked by defenders, and it's Jota who wins it off of him. Two minutes left. Can Atleti find an insurance goal? Torres. Leaves it for Vitolo, back to Torres in the area. Falls for Borja. trying to find Juan Agüero. Instead, it's back the other way. Kelechi. And take a look here as Tomas is going to go in the referee's book. A little bit of extras as he tried to bring back Kelechi Nkwali.
He's been riling up some of these Nigerian players. Thomas, you think of the time that he just shot that ball off a player that was on his backside, and they're a bit overly aggressive on the tactical foul, trying to prevent Nigeria from breaking on the counterattack.
Three yellows shown today, and all three to Atleti players: Angel Correa, Francisco Montero, and Thomas Partey. Meanwhile, here come Nigeria looking for an equalizer, and Solano gets in the way. A heavy touch from Omoyele gives the ball back to Atleti. Here's Vitolo. Gabby.
This is the
As Torres is brought down on the challenge from Destiny Ashadi. Quickly restarted through Vitolo.
this announcement is to the personalities here at the technical
Tomas.
area preparing for
As Juan Agüero makes the run, Torres sends it into Borja.
leave the technical area now. 3 minutes to be played.
Torres allowed the turn somewhat comfortably. Agüero trying to get it back to El Nino, left it behind the big number 9.
Good stuff from the youngster, Borja, I gotta say. He's trying to play the return ball, doesn't hold on to it. He looks assured with what he wants to do in his next move.
3 minutes added on. We'll play until at least the end of the 93rd. Nigeria 2, Atleti 3. Nigerians struck first via Usman Mohammed. Atleti took a 2-1 lead after goals by Correa and Torres before Mohammed made it 2-2 after Kelechi Nwakali's opener. For now, Borja Garces has the winner for Atleti. Once again, he gets away from Omoyele, but he's fouled from behind by Montero. Free kick for Nigeria. Musa Mohammed to deliver. What could be the final chance to level. Sent into the back post. It's knocked down, still loose in the area. Alassane Abdullahi not able to get it on target. Njana did well to knock it back into the box. And check that it was Omoyele who knocked it back into the box.
And then good trying to go for the spectacular, difficult ball to strike. Trying to hop it back up for a bicycle kick. Overall, several of these players, I'm sure the Nwakali brothers will get a harder look at by Kermit Roar. Of course, his assistant manager now leading the charge here with the Nigeria B side. A lot of players just looking to stand out, and I'd say the number 10 and the number 11 have really done well.
Super Sport of GoTV staff, let's leave the technical area now so that we prepare for the minute.
Mohammed. Nwakali. Omoyele. Shadi with a chance to cross, driven into the box. And Tomas just able to get there. And there's the final whistle as Nigeria falls short at home to the Europa League champions. Nigeria 2, Atletico 3. And it was the teenager Borja Garces with the winner 5 minutes from time.
And all we saw were stunning strikes on both teams. I think Nigeria gave a fine account of themselves. Maybe a few goalkeeping errors from Olufemi Thomas, a 28-year-old, but Nigeria, when they were in possession, they went toe-to-toe with a team that just came off winning the Europa League. Granted, a lot of the youngsters getting a chance to play, and some of them from 2 tiers down, like Borja Garces, really standing out to Cholo Simeone.
Well, the goals by Nigeria, both excellent hits. It was Kelechi and Wakali with the opener. A couple of goals from Correa and Torres to put Atleti in front before Usman Mohammed scored arguably the goal of the game to level it for Nigeria. But it was Borja Garces in the 85th minute with what turned out to be the game winner for Atletico Madrid.
Some stunning goals, a good chance to see Fernando Torres maybe one a final time before he departs.
The final score, Nigeria 2, Atleti 3. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back to look at the best of the 90 minutes after this.
If speed is what quenches your desire, if the sound of a bike going faster than an F1 takes you back, if the most powerful engines written by rock stars in the most exotic places in the world grabs your attention, then this is the place for you. Sit back and enjoy the ride. MotoGP, SBK World Championship, and Moto America. Motorsports is here on BN Sports.
It doesn't matter the place you come from. What matters is the place you're going. It becomes part of a culture, becomes real, true. It's an illusion that virtually destroys every boundary. Soccer is a concept that shapes the way we live, think, breathe. It moves every inch of your soul. It's a bond so profound that it can create deception, but always connection. It unites every heart. Soccer is revolution. It's a discipline that becomes excitement. It's real. It's happiness. This is soccer, and the best soccer on the planet is always here, exclusively on BN Sports.
The La Liga world seeing Atleti travel the world as they visited Nigeria to take on the Super Eagles B team. It was Nigeria who struck first, 31 minutes in. What a strike by Kelechi Nwakali. The 19-year-old makes it 1-0 for the Super Eagles.
Stunning work here from Kelechi. And it was the Nwakali brothers who were really the stars of the show, Chidiebere and Kelechi. And this is Kelechi pulling this out of the top drawer. The ex-Arsenal youth man, top corner, no chance for Jan Oblak.
Thomas Partey releasing Angel Correa into the area. Here Correa pokes it past the goalkeeper, Femi Thomas, and it's 1-1. Just 3 minutes after the opener.
A great ball from Thomas here to set him up. The entire right side of that Nigeria defense was pushed high up, and Correa found the space, found the opening, received the ball, then outside of the booth to beat this keeper that was beaten time and time again at his own near post.
Fernando Torres checked in for the start of the second half and puts Atleti in front with the header out the corner.
Wide open. Had two markers on Borja Garces, the youngster, and no one on Torres. Good delivery into him, but afforded way too much space. Maybe the goalkeeper should have done a bit better, as it was a central header, and it seemed to go right through it did go right through the gloves of the goalkeeper.
12 minutes left. Nigeria would make a game of it, and take a look at this goal from Usman Mohammed, who turns Francisco Montero inside out, then right again, then inside out again.
Yeah,
to make it
Montero
2-2.
needs to hope that there's burned copies of this game will never want to see that again. It wasn't a fine performance from the 19-year-old, and here he gets bamboozled. Not once, but twice. Right there, and then there again, and then he just completely has an out-of-body experience and start flailing at the wind. Why not have another look at it?
Bronze medalist at the Rio Olympics, Usman Mohammed with the equalizer. But there would be time for one more goal. Vitolo into the area for Borja, and a teenager from the Juvenil A side picks out the top corner for the winner.
Brilliant. He lets that ball travel across his body. The first touch is the unleashment of this shot into the top corner. Really is terrific. You saw Simeone, never quite seen him that happy after a goal.
And so after the 90 minutes plus, Nigeria 2, Atleti 3. And as Atleti take the friendly win. For Matteo Bonetti, I'm Dre Cordero. Thanks for watching this international friendly on BN Sports.